We need to head into Donovan's room and see what he's got to say. There's the key. Oh, you're playing a dangerous game here. Stealing the master key from the pilot house, blackmailing me. What do you hope to accomplish? Ooh, the music got, like, super intense. Why'd you bring it in my room and take the master key? You mean the master key you stole from the pilot house? I need unrestricted access to the rooms on this ship. For that, I needed the key. It was never yours to take, and I had a greater need for it. I want answers. The captain's dead, and if we're going to find out why, we can't afford to keep secrets from each other. Ooh, this music! There's no we, but fine. The first secret is that the captain isn't dead. What? Okay. She's still somewhere on this ship, though I don't know in what state. Well, obviously in a state where I'm a spiritual spirit being spiritual. That sounds unlikely. Only from your perspective. I have a solid reason to believe it's more likely she's been abducted. What do you mean? In what state? If she was abducted, she's probably seriously injured. She should be alive, but she'll need medical attention. Where on the ship is she then? I haven't checked every room of the ship yet. The master key will solve that problem. On top of that, this is an old ship. It's clearly seen renovations over the years. That could mean that there are secret areas to it that we don't know about. How can you possibly know that for sure? What I'm about to tell you cannot leave this room. For the sake of the captain and all the other people on this ship. I'm in pursuit of a known serial killer. His trail has led... Man, I knew it was going to be something weird, like he wasn't going to be like an evil dude or something. Or he could be lying for all we know. I'm in pursuit of a known serial killer. His trail has led me to this ship. He's a sadist. He tortures his victims, maims them, and worse. But he keeps them alive for days. I believe he's chosen the captain as his latest victim. And if I'm right, there's still time to reach her before she dies. Who is it? If I knew that, I wouldn't be having this conversation. All I have is a basic profile. It's an adult white male. So you're ruled out, which is the only reason we're having this conversation right now. How do you know the serial killer's on the ship? That's confidential. The search has been going on for a long time and has involved multiple people. Why would they really take such a big risk by leaving the captain alive here? To him, there would be no point in immediately killing his target, and if anything, the risk of being discovered here, it might just make it more exciting to him. When I realized he was on this ship, I knew there was a chance this would happen. So you're a cop or something? FBI. Okay. Can I see your badge? No. Haha. Then how do I know I can trust what you say? I'm laying innocent lives on the line by sharing this information with you. If I'm going to put that much trust in you, I expect some in return. Why don't you call for help? I don't need any help. It would only get in my way. In order to apprehend the right person, I need evidence. That means stealth and surveillance. One person is more effective than them for that. So, well, what can we do then? You can help by being quiet and staying out of the way. I'll need to make a full sweep of the boat. That's where the master key comes in. When I do find the captain, I'll be able to track down my killer. Let me tell you something. There is such a thing as evil. It's on this ship with us. And I'm here to exterminate it. Now, I have a lot of work to do, so I'd like you to go away. Oh, we can take over Donovan finally. Which I'm pretty sure is the next step. But we can also fully take over Quella. And I think that there's one more person we can talk to. Well, Quella's not even here. We can talk to Mercurio. Oh, we didn't talk about all this. What should we all do? I can only speak for myself. I'm going to continue to do my job. Other than that, who knows? If it comes down to it, what do? Arrest each other? Who might want to get rid of the captain? Jesus, I don't know. No one? She barely started working on the ship, so it's not like anyone had enough time to dislike her. What can you tell me about the captain? Not much. It's just a shame that that's what has happened, that's for sure. Is that all you can say? I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? I work in the kitchen all day. She drives the ship. I didn't see her a lot. But you haven't gotten along with her very well. Ugh. Everyone's a gossip around here, huh? Well, it's not my fault she was a Nazi about everything. I mean, look around you. Do you think this is a 4-star cuisine line heading to Bermuda? And she couldn't accept other people's words on things. She had to micromanage everything. Oh wait, I think I did talk about all this. She always wanted to come back here and check on the stock and the appliances. I've been running this kitchen immaculately for a very long time. I know what I'm doing. You know, we've got our own way of doing things here, and there are reasons for them. Very good reasons. Do you know anything about any secret areas on the ship? I know that some people like to think that this ship was used for smuggling back in the day, had secret compartments, but I bet the ship was just as boring as useless as it is now. In all my time here, I certainly haven't seen anything that would tell me otherwise. The first mate, on the other hand, loves to romanticize this heap of metal. Maybe you should ask him. But I want to ask about the things in the kitchen cabinet and the fridge. You mean the cabinet and fridge that I always have tightly locked when I'm not around? Yes, I'm sure you have. There was a strange smell of alcohol in the fridge. Wait, how'd you get into the fridge? I definitely locked it. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not gonna work. What are you trying to lie? Why are you trying to lie to me? Alright, fine, you got me. But you had no right to be rooting around in the kitchen in the first place. There isn't a bar in the ship. What are you doing with all that booze? I'm not drinking on the side, if that's what you're insinuating. Anyway, it wasn't booze you were smelling. I'm not sure what that stuff was. I never drank it. How do you not know what it was? You were the one stocking it. It's not stuff I use for cooking, exactly. I stored it there to keep it cool. It was some kind of medicinal supplies. Whatever. It's used to treat the boo-boos. So it's outside of my department. Never mind. Okay. So we had alcohol-based alcohol things. Now, do we need to talk to the first mate? Yes or no? Maybe do we have to... No, we already talked to Alton. Oh, Quella's not here, and it's nighttime. So we can still take over Donovan. And I think when we take over Donovan, we're going to use the key and go look to where Mercurio... So I don't think we can talk to anybody else. Let me see, is Quella in her room? I'm going to take over Quella real quick. Do you know about any secret areas on the ship? Secret areas? No. Can't say I have. I've heard about the chance that there might be one, but that's all. I doubt there's any truth to it. Great, can you leave my room now? There we go. No, I'm trying to... Nope, I'm trying to get in the room. Okay, people, use your... Oh, we can talk to everybody. Asking about secret hidden areas. No, I don't. That sounds really scary, actually. Why would there be hidden areas in the first place? Cat, do you know about secret areas in the ship? Hey, old man. I think I recall hearing about that briefly somewhere, but I'm just a passenger. I don't really know much about the ship. That's a bit of an unusual question. I have to wonder what sparked your interest in this. Shut up, old man. I need to look for Donovan. Oh, nope, he doesn't have anything to say. So we have to talk to Mercurio, Alton, and the first mate. Oh, I meant to talk to him. Ho ho ho, now that would be an interesting question. Very interesting indeed.
Truth be told, I have been quite curious about this very question since setting aboard this vessel. You see, the ship used to smuggle certain illegal substances across borders, I'm almost certain. This comes with the possibility that there are unknown areas of the ship that were used to hide these substances. Wouldn't it be marvelous to be the one to rediscover such a thing? It would be like staring back into history. What would be the signs for a hidden area? Good question. Any good smuggling compartment should be very well disguised. Otherwise, it's not very useful, is it? That said, some things cannot be helped. For instance, it could impact the weighing and balance of the ship. In addition, some parts of the ship would be hollow when they otherwise shouldn't. A hidden compartment needs space, obviously, and that has to come from somewhere. Do you know where they are? Where? No. I do know if, indeed, they exist. But I hope. Logic would dictate that any compartment should be easily accessible, despite being well hidden. Especially if there were large packages being moved, no one would expect they need to be hidden quickly and smoothly. I doubt the smugglers would be very keen on moving it, though. Moving it through too many doors or up or down stairs. I expect to find a hole of some sort where they could simply drop things down and retrieve them later. So I have a feeling we are going to find a secret compartment thing. But the question is what and where? They say there's a couple somewhere around here, left over from the days the ship smuggled stuff. If I'm being totally honest, I've tried looking for them on my own. A way to pass the time, I guess. I didn't find anything, though, so I don't know. Here's the thing, though. If there were secret compartments, how could they all go all this time without being discovered again? Good point, my mangs. Let's see if Mark Curio knows. Huh. I didn't know we could... interesting. Did you know about any secret areas on the ship? I know that some people like to think that this ship was used for smuggling back in the day, and had secret compartments. But I'll bet the ship was just as boring and as useless then as it is now. In all my time here, I certainly haven't seen anything that could tell me otherwise. The first mate, on the other hand, loves her... Yeah, okay. Wait, is this the same questions that we did before? There's in the bar, how do you know? I have a feeling we're going to have to come back to him and talk about that. Because that obviously, I don't know why I was able to do that with two people. I keep forgetting to use her ability too when I'm talking to people. Mostly because it's probably really obvious who they're talking. June, I can't remember which. Daryl's this bar room. Let's see if his door's open. Do you know about any secret areas on the ship? I've been on this ship for less than a week. If a person like me knew about some kind of hidden area, it must not have been very well hidden. Alright, I have a feeling now that we need to find Donovan and take him over and use the master key. If we can find Donovan. Hey, buddy. Whoa! We're in an action movie right now. Let's go and arrest that criminal before he kills the captain. Alright, so do we need to grab the key? Oh, what is this? We have super secret cop sense. Well, let's get on our computer. Check email, check camera recordings, check email. Email 1. Hey Donovan, it's been a long time since we've spoken. I hope you're doing better since you left the force. I know it's been rough. Truth is, I'm contacting you because I need your help. Something has come up which requires a special touch. It's him, Donovan. Let me know if you can help. L. I've tracked him down to a small cruise ship of sorts. However, it's across the border, so it's out of our jurisdiction. By the time we can coordinate an effort, he'll be gone. I'd throw away my badge and go after him myself, but I got close to him. My identity has been compromised. My identity was compromised. I need someone from the outside that he doesn't know, and you're the only one who can do this, Donovan. It's been a long time since he struck, and it's possible he'll regard this isolated ship as a prime opportunity. Attached, you'll find everything you need in order to get there. The rest is on you. L. Oh, and one last thing, Donovan. The contractor? I know you blame me for your dismissal, but you weren't okay, Donovan. You needed the break. Maybe you're still bitter, but keep this in mind. I'm breaking a lot of regulations and personal standards enlisting your help like this. I'm putting a lot of trust in you. So please, be professional about this. Don't do anything reckless. Get the job done and come home. For me, Lucille. I have a lot of footage to go through. I can compile the footage of specific days or focus on each camera. Footage of the day before last. The day before last, was the last day that the captain was seen. There aren't any particular movements that morning or afternoon. That night, after a break, the captain left her room and went up to the first floor. She never came back down. Unfortunately, I couldn't install cameras on the first floor, so I don't have any eyes on her after that point. Between the time she left and the next morning, every single person went up to the first floor and came back down. So really, anything could have happened in that time period. The last thing to note is when Sue came back from her room that night, she had the spare master key with her. She must have picked it from the pilot house when the captain was no longer there. Footage for yesterday. A couple things happened yesterday. Alton and Sue were walking all around the place talking to people. Very strange. Quella was also particularly busy walking around talking to people. And then that evening, Gwen entered my room somehow. My door was unlocked. She clearly didn't take anything, so I'm confused at what her goal was. Today isn't over yet, but there's still plenty of footage to cover. At the crack of dawn, Ferdinand paid a visit to Garv's room. Odd. Not long afterwards, he had a meeting with most of the ship. Afterwards, most people headed up to the first floor, where I don't have cameras installed. The camera on B2. This is the lowest floor, where all the passengers stay. As expected, there's a lot of people moving in and out of their rooms from day to day. The only constant is that black cat, which wanders around everywhere. Sometimes it's carrying small objects in its mouth. It's a small-time thief, I guess. There really isn't anything suspicious that goes on down here from day to day, though. This is the middle floor, where all the staff stay. Usually people are walking through here to reach the upper deck, where I don't have any cameras. Mercurio and Garv are always going in and out of the broom closet for cleaning supplies. Almost every day since we've disembarked, in fact. Ferdinand is always walking around everywhere with a stupid grin on his face. Daryl walks through here once or twice a day and spends all day on the upper deck. So we need to grab this key. Let's take that key and we're going to go to places. So far I've gone through every room except Mercurio's room and the captain's room. I could also check my computer for any information. I've got a lot of footage on the ship to check out. I'm sure I'll be able to find the captain with all of this. Oh boy. And with that, I think we'll call it an early episode. But with an early episode, we can go ahead and start our exploration and questioning of people with ex-FBI agent Donovan, who had to take a break from his stuff to not to do things. I don't know. But when we come back, we will continue going through and see exactly what we can find out, what clues we can ascertain, and if we can take over anybody else. So till then, y'all take care, and of course, have a good one.